Hey guys, Russ in here with the Resident Evil 3 Remake official Nemesis trailer. And I know this trailer's been out since mid-January, but I just thought I'd react to it, give you my opinion, summarize what I see, and tell you how I feel about it. I've watched it a few times before now, but I think this would be a good way to give my opinion on it. The release date to the game is getting closer and closer, and I couldn't be more excited. So, with that said, let's get into it.
Hey, easy, lady. I got you.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Name's Carlos, and I'm saving you. I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service. UBCS for short.
This city is completely cut off, isolated. We need help. My men cannot do this alone.
The town's crawling with those freaks. No chance of fighting our way out of the city. Why is she here? She's unreliable.
It's me he's after. I'll buy you some time.
Hey, wait! Wait, Jill! What happened? Come in!
Alright. Now, that was a lot to take in, so let's break it down. So, basically, this is going to be in Jill's apartment, something we really didn't get to explore in the original game. You really only got to see the beginning, opening cutscene, I guess you could say. You saw a still image of her in her apartment, but that was about it. I mean, you seen her get blown out of it, but you didn't really get to see the inside or anything like that. So they're gonna further elaborate on that part of the game, which I think is really cool. So as you can see in this shot, it's kind of hard to tell. It's it's a little bit darkened out, but Nemesis has a mask. Also something new for this. So I think that at some point, obviously the mask is going to come off, and I have a theory that right here, I'll see if I can get to it.
Hey!
It's a blink and you miss it moment, but you can see Carlos drops a rocket launcher in this part, and I think that he's going to hit Nemesis with a rocket, thus burning his mask off. Because right after this is when you see this menacing image, Nemesis walking up on you while flaming. So a little bit of the UBCS. Looks like they're going to be further explored, which I think is cool, because really only Nikolai, Mikhail, and Carlos got the spotlight in the original, mostly Carlos. Subway. So this is different than the original, because unlike the original, which was a trolley car above ground, this is underground in a traditional subway, which I think is more practical because they're using it to get through the city. So being underground is going to be much easier to do. Here's the hospital. If you remember in the original game, this was the section where you played as Carlos. Spoiler warning, Jill gets infected and you have to go get a vaccine for her. So looks like this is going to be, exploring that part more. Zombie models look great just like they did in the 2 remake. Now, the next thing, hunters. Now, this was something I was looking forward to because they made the Lickers look great in the 2 remake, and I think that these hunters are going to be fantastic. I mean, look at these claws. These things are deadly. Uh, Nikolai being very distrustful of Jill, even though he's the one betraying. Um, Nemesis has a flamethrower. Um, that's new. In the original game, he just had a rocket launcher, which will return in this one. He has multiple weapons in this game. But on top of that, he can also use his tentacle, as you can see, to reach higher places, to follow you. If you go up some stairs or you're on a second floor or whatever, he can use his tentacles to pull himself up. You know, they don't call him the pursuer for no reason. Here, he's going to land. Now, this tank right here, I think is going to be some form of a weak spot, right? You shoot it, it blows up. Maybe you shoot it and it disables him, or it disables his flamethrower and you can't use it anymore. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but yeah. Looks like there's going to be some altercation when Jill runs into Nemesis with a car. But as we know, he's more resilient than that, and it's going to take more than that to take the big boy down. And he gets back up. So the release date is still April 3rd, 2020, which is approaching very fast, so hot for that. And that pretty much is the review of this trailer. But there is one more thing I wanted to talk about, and it's this right here. Resident Evil Resistance, formerly known as Project Resistance. Now, right here, you can see I have the official site pulled up, and we're going to scroll down and we're going to look at some of the new things they've added. Okay, as far as characters go, on the Mastermind side, you have Daniel, who can control the... I think he's Mr. X. Yeah, from the gameplay I've seen, he can summon Mr. X. Annette Birkin, who's going to be able to use, obviously, her husband, William Birkin, or G. Birkin. Now, this is cool. Alex Wesker. She hasn't been seen since Revelations 2, and I think it's so cool that they brought her back for this. Her character model looks great. And it looks like she's going to be able to use... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I'll butcher it, but this right here, something new, I'm assuming. I've seen a couple of pictures of it, and it's massive. But it says it's reminiscent of Ivy and Plant 42, so plant-based. And then obviously Oswald E. Spencer. It doesn't really say, as far as I can see, what he'll be able to use, but if I had to be a guessing man, I'd say, the original tire, right? And on the Survivor side, you have Samuel, January, Valerie, Tyrone, Becca, and Martin Sandwich, the one and only Martin Sandwich. No relation to Jill Sandwich. But yeah, down here we have the casino and the abandoned park, 2 experiment facilities, 2 levels that you'll be able to play in, which I think is cool. Definitely a variety with the aesthetics. I like that. It's not just a lab or what have you, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and this comes bundled with Resident Evil 3 the same day, April 3rd. And I have gotten more and more hyped about this the more they've released. It seems like it's not just going to be a gimmicky tack-on multiplayer component to RE3. It's going to be its own thing, fully realized, fully fleshed out. So let me know how you feel about this. Let me know how you feel about the RE3 trailer. Let me know how you feel about the Resident Evil Resistance trailer and the gameplay they've released so far. Just drop your thoughts below and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you, and I appreciate it. As always, Russ in out.